Well, I'm happy to report it's just a really good day today. I've been having like a week from uh, unexpected events in the in the last week, and it was like my first time to have just time like after school has finished for the year, and I've been a teacher now with a regular like 10-month school schedule for 5 years now. And traditionally, even when I was a kid in the summertime, like it's been really boring in the summertime. It's hard to find something to do and feel productive. And I had these plans for the summer, and then they all got like truncated with different events. There's still some drama going on in my life that hopefully ends soon. But in general, things are on the upswing, which is great. And I have a microwave for the first time in 30 years that I just got like on the 4th, I guess, of July. And so it's been like a week now of a microwave. And I am so happy because I just love microwaves, honestly. But I never had one. I never purchased one as an adult. Um, so yeah, it's super exciting. Microwave potatoes right now. You can save a lot of money when you buy a whole bag of potatoes and you can like do different things with them. So yeah, life is good. As for the tarantulas, they need some more water. So I'm just going to go ahead and refill like the waters right here. Try to knock out any kind of recognition of anybody while I'm doing that. So we have Opal. She was just removed from being paired with Petrie. This will be her first pairing to my knowledge. I don't remember ever pairing her, so that means that she's probably younger too. She was Claudia's um, sling, and I don't remember Claudia being. I think Claudia is one of Sarah's, so this is like third generation egg sacs if she has a baby or she has slings. And Petrie is my small male, but he's a year old, and he's been a knocker. So it's been cool to see. I want to leave Nebraska with her roach because I see it's still in there right now, and looks like we already have a nice full abdomen here for Opal, so that's awesome. I'll keep an eye out in Nebraska. She's had a lot of water opportunities when she was in the pairing tank, and she also just got well, she was removed. She had water a bit ago. She should be okay. This is a younger one. This is Peter. Now Peter is actually probably a female, which is why I flipped over the label on Peter's name tag. I just decided to do that the one day. I wanted to give myself some shorthand, but I don't like renaming the tarantulas after I've named them. So if it's Peter, it's Peter. So I'm trying to find more like androgynous names for the tarantulas, so I don't have to worry about that. Sorry if I'm so hyper though. It's been just it's nice to have good events when there's another sub-adult female. I don't like the striping on this one. I'm kind of a little worried about. I don't know if it's inbreeding or just genetic malformations, but I see two darker stripes on the abdomen, and most of the abdomen's like a really light color. Now, the last molt on this one was last month, so these colorations should actually be like a darker blue. Oh yeah, and we got some funky feet too. So the last, the tarsi on the back legs 3 and 4 do not look good. And there's already actually a filled water bowl in here. That's interesting. So this is Ariel. And I think Ariel just molted. That's why I changed out her stuff. So yeah, it says molt 723. I think last night or 2 nights ago, I may have recognized that she had recently molted. Or not so recently, actually. There's been a couple weird molts recently. Most notably Core. She did not make it. So yeah, so I think I was just due a nice day, and that's why. So that was really sad too. Bad molts sometimes mean mortality. Sometimes a bad molt is followed by a good molt. There was a recent one that I had had again some of these funky legs going on where something was going on with the legs. I got my bunnies out for the first time in over a week because they've been dealing with a roommate that they did not like. That was another crummy thing. We all got ear mites, and then the unneutered bunny, who is the sweetest darn thing as an only pet, was just being cared for a little while here. And I think he jumped up in my guy's cage and then scared one of them out. And he had a really bad night, but I was able to catch him before it was too late. Hilaria. Now, Hilaria's been named, she was named just about 4 years ago, so she's definitely ready for another pairing soon, but she hasn't molted yet. Her last molt was 6/22, so hopefully that last feeding, she got some good food. And I'm also hoping that there aren't any dubia hiding in the back right now, because I'm not really checking those. Oh, man. This one is still kind of skinny. This is Kylie. She molted last month. I could, what I could do is I can just pair her up soon, and then I'll give her like at least 2 roaches before I do anything otherwise. So Kylie's looking good. She's just a little slim. And if I recall, I remember kind of dissing on her because she wasn't like a Kardashian last time too. So I think that she might actually be maybe slightly bigger because she's had some food. She's not named after Kardashians. I don't think, but I watched the Kardashians. That was my McDonald's TV for a little while. I can't say I've ever watched good TV. I had a microwave anymore. I guess it's done. It sounds like there's a tractor outside, but my uncle's not here. I don't know what's going on. Okay, and then we've got another molt. Oh, this is Yoda molted. And she did the best sack this year, and I messed up. I'm not going to do bathroom heaters this year. So whatever temperature I can get this place up to that's not going to overwhelm the rabbits if I still have them next year. If I adopt them out and get them like the best home, be like, who's the vet you're going to take them to? Like, I don't even take my guys to regular vets right now, but I have a vet appointment tonight if I don't think that my guy is doing better with his ear mites, but I think I finally got that under control. And they were kind enough to make an emergency, kind of urgent appointment for him. But my sister is taking care of her rabbit. He's going to get some homeopathic treatment, which is just like tea tree oil. And I did olive oil with my cats one year, and it worked out fine. They had some really bad ear mites. Now, Ink is here. This is a really good one. She's been paired with Mickey. She's had so many sacks. She has not eaten her roach yet, so we're going to just let her finish eating her roach, and then I'll give her some water too. So I've got 2 females that haven't had their water yet. I'm going to put them right on top of each other. So Nebraska and Ink, I'm just going to keep an eye out for them. And then this will be the last shelf that I go through to maintain, I think. These guys look like they were done recently. And then maybe down there. And then from what I saw on the list, I put out like 10 tarantulas to go out to California. And I think like maybe 3 are coming back. So that's cool. So it'll be like 53 here. I can't even remember. It's such a small number compared to what I've had for a while, but it's about as many as I've purchased. It won't be I've purchased 26 tarantulas. Anyway, super exciting. I'm gonna have to go outside and just investigate. It might just be the wind that I'm hearing out there. Okay, so 7 more tanks here. Queen is raw. She's totally royal. She was the last tarantula that I got from Ken the Bug Guy, and actually got her for doing work over at Ken's original house. Now, Ken the Bug Guy is not exactly the same ownership anymore. But when it was, I knew the family well enough to be teaching like somebody music in the family. And that was fun. And I got to hang out with Capybara, and they're now transitioned into Fuzzy Foot Farms. So that was cool. But it was we had some really big tortoises that I got to take care of as well. And so for all of my efforts, I received 2 tarantulas. And I was more than excited to do that and to work with all those animals too. So Queen is one of those 2, and her brother has since passed on. Now this one right here is Cynthia. Cynthia was traded, or not traded, but her father was a sire from my group, but I don't remember the father's lineage. I think that he was definitely one of my breeding results. This is Maya, and she's been paired, so we have some gravid potential here. So far, I think I've paired at least 4 or 5 females, and I have 2 more that are shark tanking right now. So they're in the males' large enclosures, and I just have the 2 males right now again. So I've got Petrie and Mickey. I don't even know which females are up to be ready to be let out. But the males have a round cork bark and then a large cork bark over the round cork bark to hide in, and then they can hide in either one of the of these guys, the little adult size tanks in there too. And I found sometimes the females go in the males tanks. Sometimes I haven't found them cuddling next to each other yet. I just found them in different places. And last night I definitely heard some tapping, or 2 nights ago. It was definitely recently, though. No, that's a tractor. I'll have to ask my cousin. Unless that is my cousin. Just saw taillights, really. And this is Diamond from Odessa's sack. Odessa was one of the first purchased tarantulas, and she is no longer with us. So it's been about 10 years. This is Flora from Ink's sack, so I could put Flora right next to Ink since this is her sling, which would be cool. Because she is not ready. These are sub-adult females that I could mix up accidentally. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Flora over here. Flora is a female. I don't need to give myself a guess whether or not she's there or she's not going to fall off the shelf. She's like 1 inch off the shelf, if that. No, not even like a couple centimeters. Another pretty female I like, Hummingbird. Hummingbird was really blue. She was paired with Bert last year. She molted on 6/15, and she's from Bell's sack. Now I think what I'm going to do is take this off because she's molted. I don't care if she's paired with Bert because that molt has since been passed on. I think what I want to do is just give her a new label. It just says Hummingbird and then Bell's sack. I don't think I have Bell anymore either. And I believe Bell was one of Sarah's. Looks like, I'm going to take this out just to double check, make sure she ate her roach. Pretty sure she did. And I probably need to go in and take out her molt webbing and wipe down her tank. That may be like another maintenance day. But right now she could use a water bowl. She's the only one that has a bunch of, oh no, there's her roach. Dang. Okay, what I'll do, hey you, I'll put Flora back in there on that shelf and stack these 2 on top of each other. In fact, let's keep this organized. Somewhat organized. And again, I've moved over the sub-adult females. This is the last female. Let's see, does she get her roach? Don't see a roach in the front chamber. This is Franny. Cutest darn tarantula name I can think of. Okay, so Franny gets the last water bowl post eating. And then I'm going to slide all of these over and then put the 4 females now that haven't eaten right next to each other. So let's go. That. Perfect. We've got Flora, Patty Corner from Ink. And then Hummingbird on top of Fiona. Oh, Flora, sorry. And then I'll just put Franny back on the end. Push these over. Yep. And there's a lip on the edge of this, so I can push them over without worrying. Also, I like simplifying things, but sometimes it can be dangerous to do that. All right, 16 minutes, not bad. So most of these are refilled. These 4 still need to finish their food before anything. And now I'm going to go make some mashed potatoes. Have a good one.